Hey guys, it's Brittany at Ink and Papyrus, and today we're going to be making the perfect tassel for our snow globe journal. So let me first say, of course, there are several different ways to create a tassel and attach it. You don't actually have to attach it at all. You can make it a removable. My favorite way to do that is to secure it here using a clip. Alternatively, you could put a bookmark in your journal with the tassel overhanging. Those tassel attachments you get that sit flat across your journal and that have the jump ring attached, that's my favorite. However, I ran out, and so I decided to just improvise, and here I've secured this jump ring with a little piece of ribbon. I fed the ribbon through this hole in the spine, left a little bit hanging out, and basically tied a square knot inside and just hot glued the ribbon to the journal spine itself. If that bothers you, obviously you don't have to do it that way, but that was just my attempt at a last minute kind of MacGyver kind of thing. All right, so let's get started. So first I'm just going to remove this jump ring here. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. See, it's just a little loop there, and since it's hot glued inside, it's secure. Okay, I could have alternatively just threaded this through like that, but then it takes up a lot of space in between your signatures, and I thought it would kind of be in the way. Okay, so I have a bunch of goodies here. I have ribbons and tinsel and beads and charms and buttons, and we're just gonna go crazy. Okay guys, so first things first, take your jump ring and you're just going to feed through ribbon and tinsel and whatever you want on your tassel. Some of these ribbons obviously are thick, I won't be threading anything on them. And some of them I will be threading things onto. Okay, some of these things I'm gonna feed directly on to this jump ring. Some of the other like smaller embroidery floss that I will thread beads onto will actually get their own jump rings. Okay. We're just going to lay this out nice and even. Make sure if you are using, so for example, this I'm going to be threading beads and buttons onto. Make sure you don't trim these too short. Give yourself plenty of ribbon or thread to thread the beads onto and tie them off. Always leave it longer than you think you'll need. Oh, look at this tinsel. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, these, this ribbon with the words on it, I actually included some, I brought some pins with me. I'm probably not going to attach this to the tassel, rather I'm going to cut out the words that I want and apply them to the pin, and then I will probably secure the pins with the jump ring. So I'm going to just set that aside for now. Same with these like little fabric appliques. These are really cute. A couple methods of attaching these. You could hot glue these to, for example, this ribbon that's a little bit thicker. You could hot glue them, which I might. You can pin them. So I was thinking about putting like this ribbon, like cutting this word, putting it through the pin, and then with the little fabric leaf here, you could put that on the pin. So there are a lot of different ways to attach things. Just because you can't tie it around this jump ring doesn't mean you can't utilize it. Look at this. Isn't this fabulous? Oh my gosh, I love this. Wow. If this isn't festive, I don't know what is. Okay. Let's get this on here. Like I said, I'm leaving all of these long, just so we have plenty of room to put beads and charms on and tie it off. Okay. Let's put some of this cording on here. Don't know what I'm going to do with this cording yet, but I'm going to include it. Okay. How cute. Okay, as you can see, a lot of the things that I included on here are really thick. It's really thick ribbon. I'm not really going to be able to thread on many beads onto those, so I'm going to include some embroidery floss here, and this will give us plenty of room to thread on beads, buttons, whatever you want. Okay, remember, give yourself plenty of string. You'd much rather it be too long and have to trim than, well, you can't go back and add string, so you don't want it to be too short. Okay. Get some of this embroidery floss. I got this at the thrift store. I got a huge bag of it for like $5, which is so cool. Where's the end? Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to find the end. Okay. So I kind of have an assortment of colors here. Going for reds, golds, and blues. I think that will best match what we have with our journal. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be like the thickest, juiciest tassel ever made. Seriously. I can't control myself. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to set this aside. You'll want a thinner piece of string to tie off the tassel. So set something aside. This is perfect for that. Let's get some pink in there. I know it's kind of, I don't know. I think it'll work. Let's just say that. Wow, that is something else. I think it needs some more tinsel. Well, this is perfect. Okay. All right. I think it needs some more of this tinsel. Okay, I think we're going to be ready to tie off soon. A couple important points. Okay, before you tie it off, make sure your strings are dispersed how you would like. For example, I have all the embroidery floss in the corner. Since I'm going to be using these to tie or to string beads and charms, I don't want my beads and charms just clustered to one single place. I want them dispersed. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do a little bit of reconfiguring. I want these interspersed amongst everything else. Okay. And that may mean taking a couple out and putting them back in. Okay, now I think they're a lot more evenly distributed, which is good. Okay, another point I want to make, okay, before you tie this off, you want to make sure the length of each of the strings is just about even, okay? So make sure the blue is through. Okay, our candy cane cording is about even. Our tinsel is about even. It's hard to see the strings, but just do the best you can. Like, where's my candy cane ribbon? I see it on one side. Okay, there it is. Okay. Alright, so once you kind of have everything evened out, you want to take your thread, something with a little bit of thickness to it, but not too thick. You want it to be easy to tie. Okay, so make sure that your strings are and ribbon and everything is how you like it. Okay, you want to make sure, I like to have this hanging out so I know I can access it easily and to thread it back through the spine. Okay, you want to put your thumb here. That's how you're going to be securing everything. You're going to put the string around and you want to get it close towards the top. Okay, then you're going to tie a square knot. Right over left. Okay. Hold that down. Left over right. Put your finger here so it stays. And I'm going to do a pass on the other side as well. Oops. Thought that was the thread. Nope. I almost pulled it out. Did I pull it out? Darn it. No. Okay. Okay, this time I am going to tie 3 times around the string, okay? Or 3 times around all the ribbons, okay? I'm going to tie another square knot right over left. And left over right. Okay, perfect. All right. And now we're going to cut our thread right at the base of the knot. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cute. Okay. So let's start decorating. Okay, this embroidery floss, let me show you something. See how it frays at the end and makes it impossible to get beads on? You could keep licking it, but honestly I hate doing that. I just put a little bit of glue stick over it. And that stops the edges from fraying. Now your hands are all sticky, whatever. You can't win them all, right? This might be a little thick for this bead. This won't go through. There we go. Okay. Obviously, if you want to thread multiple beads on, you can do that, tie it up at the bottom. If you want separation between the beads or the buttons, go ahead and just tie a knot now. I kind of like this bead a little bit further down. You're gonna have to tie a couple knots probably because the diameter of the bead is pretty wide. Okay. Perfect. So as you can see, these do come together pretty quickly. It kind of just looks like a big blob of things until you start stringing the beads on, and then it really starts to look polished. God, this thing is going to be like 5 pounds when we're done with it. Okay, so as you can see, this is the look you get when you tie knots below each of the beads. They're nice and separated. I like to do this a lot for the larger charms or beads and buttons, and then oftentimes the smaller ones I will stack on top of each other. Remember the glue trick. See these fraying edges, they're so annoying. Here we go. Alright. So I know this is mostly a smattering of blue and red and gold, but I wanted to work some pink in here. Crazy, I know, but I think it will work. Okay, this is a really thick bead. I definitely want to knot it up so that there's separation. Be careful, like this is honestly, this is a pretty thin string for this bead, which has a really wide diameter. I'm gonna have to tie several knots to keep this from slipping, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But in general, you want to leave the thicker beads to the thicker string and the smaller beads to the smaller string, if that makes sense. Bear with me here. Okay, so I tied a bead here and put a knot in. Clearly it wasn't a large enough knot. I was in the midst of kind of going back to add an additional knot and realized that I actually really like the look of these beads together. So instead of tying another knot to separate them, I'm going to leave them together as is, and I'm going to thread another one of these beads to go under the heart. I really like that. sometimes instead of fighting with something, just let it be what it's gonna be. And you know, sometimes you'll be surprised with how it turned out. I think one more knot will do it. Okay. Beautiful. I love that. Okay. 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 Okay, for these, instead of tying a knot at the bottom, what I like to do is tie a knot like this so that the charm kind of stands up, if that makes sense. I don't know if I left myself enough room. Snap. Take this off. Maybe I'll have enough room. I'm going to tie a little square knot here, right over left, and left over right. Left over right. Cool. Okay, I'm going to trim this. Beautiful. Oh, I love that. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. I think the pink is going to work. It's a little worried, but no. It's bold, but it's going to work. All right, let's see what we can do with this the ribbon, these two ribbons hanging out. Okay. White, and let's see, can we get some pearls on it? Come on, I see you. Come through. Come on. Where's my... See if we can use our pin again. See if it'll work this time. It's kind of just poking through the ribbon instead of pushing it in. Darn it. Trying to think of what else I can use. It's not necessarily too thick, I just can't get it through. It's not going through at the right angle. Darn it. So close. We got it. Yes. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to let these beads hang out together. Nice. Okay, so let's put a pretty charm on here. And you know what? Let's put a jingle bell on here. Let's put a jingle bell, and then we can put a charm. I think this actually might look better by itself at the end. So I'm just going to tie this off. We have plenty of other strings we can put charms on. Let's do this. Oh, yes. All right. Let's see. Get something on our blue. Let's work on this blue string of ours. Let's get our glue. Let's do a blue bead. We could do a button. Okay, I forgot, I don't like when the bead hangs over the button. It kind of just, I don't know, it looks weird to me. So I'm going to tie a knot here to keep the bead off the button. see if I can move it over there. Let's see. Side fold. I don't know this button. Side edge. Side fold. Trimmed. Okay, and it's sitting flat. Perfect. Okay. I know the bits and bops here, like the tinsel's kind of sticking out. Once we get everything on, we'll arrange it so that it's smooth and it's all interwoven the way we want. Okay. Well, there's not too many things that are gonna fit on this darn thing. Here, I wanna, let's see if we can get these blue on. I'm just trying things on for size, just seeing how long this is in the context of everything else. An important point that I forgot to mention was you want to really make sure you know how long your spine is. Obviously these cannot, you know, your tassel can't be longer than your spine. And I am coming like dangerously close. That's why I just thought, oh, that's getting a little long. Still within the bounds, so everything's all good there, but you want to make sure you figure out how long your tassel, the absolute longest it can be, before you start stringing. So I'm just, like I said, trying things on for size, seeing what color I have a lot of, what I don't have a lot of. I think I'm gonna have to call this one a day soon. The one thing I wanted to try, I have these star brads that I really love, and I wasn't sure how to incorporate them into the tassel. One thing I had thought of was actually putting the brad into the button. I think that's cool. I'm gonna do that. If your buttonholes are big enough. That sounds sturdy. Sorry guys, if your buttonholes are big enough. Forget I even said that. Okay. Ideally, like, these would be two different colors. I feel like it doesn't stand out well. Maybe doesn't do it justice, but okay. The other thing you can do is take a ribbon that you can like perforate and stick it through there. So where's my, okay, this is probably one you could stick the star through. And especially like a thicker ribbon where you can't really get a whole lot of beads or like charms on, that might be a good way to utilize that. Oh, you know what would look pretty on this pink button is a gold star. Let's do that. There's so many things you can do with these tassels. Like the sky is truly the limit. I also have some snowflake brads. Oh my gosh, that would look amazing. I'll be right back. Okay, I may have gotten a little carried away, but look at these brads. They are like perfect for this journal. So I'm gonna incorporate as many as I can without it looking like I'm trying too hard. Fancy schmancy. Oh my gosh, okay. This button, I think this would be perfect for a snowflake brad. Oh my goodness. It's got to fit through the hole. Oh wow, how cute! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I love it! Can you see? Can you see? Okay. Oh my gosh. If all of you are sitting behind the camera or sitting in front of your screen like, oh my god, yeah, I've been doing that for years, like, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Like, where have these been my whole life? Maybe I'll leave the red one as is. Why don't we tie this red one off? Let's tie a charm to it. I think the stocking is perfect. Perfect. Oop. So perfect it just went kerplunk. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure we're spending longer on this tassel than I will like decorating the whole journal. I can't help it. This makes me so excited. It's just, Christmas. Just, yeah. It's just so happy and bright and merry. And I can't help myself. Keep it together, Brittany. Keep it together. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oops. I did not finish this one off yet, this white one. Okay, let's decide what we're gonna do with this. This is kind of where we left off. Woof. Don't get your tassel in a tizzy, people, because this is, woof. My goodness. I got a little too excited there and got a little bit crazy. All right. Oh yeah, because we were talking about maybe like perforating this with some brads. Let me tie this off. Okay. I'm trying to think what might look good, might go well with these. Should we do a jingle bell? Should we do a charm? Don't know. Don't know. I have to say I'm not as thrilled with the way this one looks because I think it's the, I don't know, it just kind of frays and it gets deformed, this cheap like ribbon that I had. It's like warped looking once you start tying knots in it. That's just kind of just my opinion, but okay, maybe we will put a button on the end. Normally I don't like the way that looks, but a button on the end with a brad sticking through it. Yes. Yes, we can. Maybe. Okay. Oops. Nope. Okay. Yep. I was right. All right. That's not gonna fit. That's what I was afraid of. These buttonholes are really small. Because I don't like the button on the end that much, but I thought it was gonna be a brad through, and I cannot. So, let's tie a jingle bell. You can't go wrong with a jingle bell, right? I don't think you can. All right, let's tie this off. Okay. Okay, that's all right, just all right. Not my favorite strand. That's okay. Okay, my tassel is officially in a tangle. Okay, I want to try and put some of these brads through on this strand. I'm just trying to decide how to do it. An owl might be a good choice. Unfortunately, I don't have one right in front of me right now. Try this. Okay. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. I want a couple more of the snowflakes. I think that just looks absolutely darling. Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. Okay. Let's do one more. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay guys, so I just finished stringing all the beads I think and charms I think I want on my tassel. Okay, there was just a couple more things I wanted to add with these pins here. Oh, and I wanted to point out I found these. I have these snowflake embellishments on my desk that I use to jelly print. And I found, oh my gosh, I'm like getting lost in this. I strung one on and I think it looks so cool. So don't be afraid to use your imagination and you know, you're not limited to just beads for these tassels. Like, look at the brads. We have these buttons. Here's the snowflake embellishment here. So I just think it's really cool. There's really no limit as to what you can put on this. So I wanted to get this pin, and I still have some room on these ribbons, and I just thought that these poinsettias would be really, really, really cute. So let's string this on. And we could put something else on here if we wanted. Maybe I'll just leave this as is. Let's see. You could put this at the top of the tassel as well. You don't necessarily have to secure it to the ribbon. I do like the way that looks. But you know, you can attach it with, don't forget about your jump rings. We really haven't used any yet, but you can add jump rings here, and add more things to the tassel if you would like. Okay. So I think, oh, you know what? One more thing. I promise this is the last thing. I promise. I really, really like this ribbon, and I wanted to, this section that says love and joy, I wanted to attach that so that you could read those words. The other thing I will put on this pin, you see these, I love this snowflake ribbon. It's really thick. It's not something that I would traditionally hang from a tassel just because of how thick it is. But look, let's attach it there. Let's put our love and joy on. We could even include a little button if we wanted. It doesn't really sit flat. So maybe we'll just leave that as is. Unless we had like a little charm. Oh, that reindeer's so cute. I don't think it fits though. Candy cane. Love and joy. No, you know what? I think we're just gonna leave this as is. Where should we put this? Oh, I love that poinsettia pin. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I will attach this at the tassel. I think I'm gonna have it sit like this, and I'm just gonna pin this to the very top. Remember that square knot we tied to secure the tassel? I'm just gonna pin it right there, right under there. Oh, I love that. Guys, this is so cute. Okay, so let's get it on our spine, and then we'll cut down whatever we want to shorten. Okay, I love this. All right, so let's take a look here. I like how this sits. You see, I love how this sits. I do want to trim a couple of things down. I am so thrilled with how this came out. So guys, I hope you had fun. I hope you are crafting along with me and made a tassel that you are thrilled with. If you have any other ideas as to what you like to put on your tassels, please feel free to share in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I hope your Christmas crafts are coming along well. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. My videos come out Monday and Friday, and I can't wait to see you the next time.